So I realized watching this film, literally like a repressed memory or something from when I was little, it occurred to me that The Wicked Witch was the first thing that ever terrified me. And I didn't really remember that until watching this movie. And the first time, the spoiler, we see your character, Green, I had like a memory of like, because as a teenager I watched like Freddy and Jason movies, but The Wizard of Oz was the first thing I saw when I was probably 4 or 5, where there was something like really scary.
Yeah, that seems to be coming up a lot in these interviews.
Yeah, I guess because it's such a classic movie that everyone sort of saw back when everyone would see the same things.
Yeah.
So coming into a project like this one, I mean, it sort of seems like characters from literature and even comic characters these days, it's almost like playing a historical figure, because people have so many memories and so many attachments to other interpretations. Talk to me a little bit about the responsibility of familiar elements, but at the same time sort of putting your own spin on things.
Well, I will tell you, if it was supposed to be a remake, I wouldn't have done it, because there's no way that you could ever recreate that character as she was, because she's so iconic and so perfect. The way that I looked at it was, it's a young girl who's very naive, who gets her heart broken, who goes through an emotional transformation, who doesn't want to deal with the pain, the heartache, and has a physical transformation to go alongside the emotional one, and just so happens to turn a different color. If I didn't have that back storyline to put forth, I don't know how somebody steps into this role and just does it as is, right out the gate, because it is so iconic, and so many people have such a strong sense memory towards it that that you could never please anybody.
And what were some of the conversations like that you had with Sam about your take on the character and sort of what he was hoping to accomplish with the story and that sort of thing?
Sam and I saw eye to eye very early on in our first meeting. I think it was like a 2-3 hour long meeting. We ended up discussing sibling rivalry, and I don't have sisters, but we ended up having a wonderful conversation about women in general and the rivalry between that, and just saw eye to eye in the character. It wasn't very much. We didn't really. I mean, it was all pretty much laid out for the both of us.
Getting to see everything for the first time, obviously when you make a movie like this that's so grand visually, what was it like the first time you saw what the world actually looked like when you're done?
It was 3 days ago.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. It was spectacular. It was the first time that I've ever watched a movie where I can take away all acting aspects of it out of it, and all the actors out of it, and all the characters out of it, and just look at the simplicity of the world that was, built. And it's so striking and so stunning, and it's absolutely the most, I mean, it really does suck you in. I was blown away by it.